Okay, I think we're now live. Thank God. Apologies about that. We had a little bit of a glitch on our live stream earlier because hindi mag-connect yung internet. Umuulan, so alam nyo naman dito sa Pilipinas, kapag umuulan, internet goes awry. Okay, so anyway, wow. Hindi ko alam kung paano umpisahan itong live stream na to because there is so much things that's running into my head that I don't know if kaya kong sabihin lahat na gusto kong sabihin because my thoughts are like everything is like converging at the moment doon sa mga naobserbahan ko, yung mga nakita ko during the press presentation, and there are a lot of things that I think pageant fans can enjoy and can really sink their teeth in with the 60th edition of Binibining Pilipinas. And during the press presentation, nagpasabog one after another ang Binibining Pilipinas with a lot of announcements, a lot of very visual na stage, a lot of very earth-shattering na revelation when it comes to the cash prizes ng Binibining Pilipinas this year. So I'm kinda a little bit overwhelmed. Where do I start our live discussion? So perhaps maybe we should start our discussions with please join the poll that I've posted on the live stream chat. There's maybe 4 options there, which is the which do you think is the main highlight of the Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation? So the options are, of course, the stage and the production, the super wow stage, the very Miss Universe 2007 in Mexico stage backdrop, inspired by by that steel bars na steel bars na industrial na stage design, and then there is the revelation of the new crown as the second option. Marami tayong mapag-uusapan about the new crown because I was able to talk to some people within the organization with regards to the design of the crown, how much it's worth, and ano yung mga small kwentos behind the creation of the crown. There's also the option na it was like earth-shattering because of the 1 million peso na cash prizes for the winners, for the 2 winners. Each will be receiving a cash prize of 1 million pesos each. And the fourth option is, of course, the candidates themselves. There's a lot of fresh faces. That's a lot of new faces that is discovered in this batch. And they're quiet. They're not popular, but they have a lot of potential. Okay? So good evening, everyone. Ang dami ko nang pasakalye. Welcome to the channel. Here in this, in this live stream discussion, we're going to be talking about the Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation right after a live stream that we had last evening. That one was not a planned na live stream, but this one is based on yung planning ng content ko for this this week. I was planning actually to have the press presentation review on a Saturday, but I think the overexcitement got to me, so pagpasensyahan nyo na. I think mas mabuting pag-usapan natin ngayon yung mga nangyari during the Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation habang it's still fresh in our minds. Okay, so let me just adjust our camera. I think I'm a little bit off center, masyadong manoo ang itsura ko dun sa camera. Okay, so let's just first and foremost, greetings to everyone. It's maulang gabi sa inyong lahat wherever you are in the world. Dito sa Quezon City, umuulan, umaambon ngayon. So It's good because it's bringing the temperature down, and it's not as humid or hot as in the past several weeks. By the way, thank you nga pala kay Ping for always plugging, always being the first person in the chat box, the first person in the live stream to comment and to plug yung ating live stream. So please do like yung live stream natin para later when it's done, mas marami yung makapag-discover nung content and yung episode natin ngayon. So please do give a thumbs up. Mark Gonzalez is here. Good evening, Mark. Sabi niya, good evening, Sir Jason and mga ka-scripters. Team live after a long time. I watched the Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation, and I must say, labanan ng face card this year. Binibining 40 is growing on me, malaay kanyalak. Pag-usapan natin yan mamaya from the very beginning of the Binibining Pilipinas na competition. Since the announcement of the candidates, I was already keeping my eye on Myrna Esguerra. I've mentioned early on, doon pa lang sa announcement ng mga official na candidates, I've mentioned that she has this Venus Ra na vibes to her na kinakailangan nating antabayanan. I've kept on pushing on my on my feed yung performance niya since the fashion show at the Lagoon in the Dia Ali swimsuits, and as well as during the reinvent na fashion show, nagpasabog siya doon sa rampa. So I'm glad that people are now starting to look at her as a serious competitor. Okay, nasa na yung mga comments. Okay, Dan Som says, nasaan na yung mga nagsabi patay na ang BBP? Ayan, nasampal tuloy tayo ng 1,000,000. New crowns, glossy stage at SB19. Sige, i-bash nyo pa para mas mag-level up pa sila. Ha ha ha. Honestly, the reason why I wanted to have that conversation first last evening, it's because I was expecting something spectacular in this press presentation that happened earlier today. I did not expect, however, that it was a blitzkrieg of pasabog, one after another during the entire Binibining Pilipinas presentation. Surprises on the finals night, surprises on who the hosts are, the cash prizes, the reveal of the new crowns, the performances of the candidates, and a lot of them nag-level up. A lot of them actually are now a little bit more comfortable on stage as compared to the fashion show at the Lagoon several days back or a week ago. Maraming mga girls who brought their A game in the press presentation, especially on the face card na level. Tama yung nagsabi sa inyo kanina I think si Mark Gonzalez na labanan ng face card because it really was. And when I was looking at the girls on stage, even though some of them na unti-unti nagkakaroon na ng breakout because of the stress probably of the competition, nag-i-start na, nag-uumpisa na, there's still a lot of girls that even if they have breakouts, facially, they are still some of the best faces in the competition. Not a lot of the girls are in the same level of, let's say, the batch ng 2022, yung batch ni na Chelsea, batch ni na Gabby, ni na Nicole, when it comes to yung ganda ng face. However, mas marami ang magaganda this year that is spread out from the mestizas and the morenas in the competition. So that is what makes this batch a little bit different from the previous batches. There are new faces, but at the same time they're bringing something different into the competition because of their fresh aura. I think that's one of the reasons why this is going to be a sleeper hit na batch ng Binibining Pilipinas na magugulat na lang tayo later on who are the girls that will probably be on the top on the semifinalists this year. I am hoping that they make it into a top 20 or a top 15 this year because ganun ako katiwala when it comes to a lot of the girls in the competition this year. And isa-isahin ko yung mga girls a little bit later para mabigyan naman natin ng hustisya yung mga Binibining Pilipinas girls that kinakailangan na mapag-usapan. Okay? Where are we now in our... Okay, so... ang next na nag-comment is si Rodvin Fiel. Sabi niya, Sir, I feel na nag-rebirth ang Binibining Pilipinas. Hence, the old Binibining Pilipinas is dead. Behold the new and powerful Binibining Pilipinas. I agree. It feels like this time around, a lot of the girls hindi nag-hold back sa rampa nila despite na despite na yung profile ng Miss International is a little bit more conservative. Pero pagdating sa rampahan, a lot of the girls really delivered on stage. There are some girls that still needs to polish yung kanilang presentation, a little bit more finesse, I believe, on their pasarela. However, a lot of the girls, if they're going to be sent later on at Miss International, they have like a year to enhance yung kanilang presentation skills. So I am not very concerned with regards to the pasarela at this point in time as long as they deliver a solid na performance come finals. Pag-uusapan natin later yung presentation skills ng mga girls overall and individual girls that I thought gave me, if not body, they gave me face or they gave me performance on stage. Ben Hernandez, hello, good evening, Sir Jess, watching live from Marikina. Umuulan ba dyan sa inyo ngayon sa Marikina, Ben? Because at our area here in Quezon City, it's drizzling a little bit, and it's good because it's a little bit hot and humid earlier this afternoon. But now the temperature is like cooling down. So I do hope it's the same in your place. Jolo Padayo says, first time in your live stream. Hello, Jolo. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Sashes&Scripts. Here in this channel, we talk about relevant topics on pageantry, a little bit of fashion. But we hope and try to level up the discourse, the intelligence, and the smarts in discussions in pageantry. Rodvin Fiel ulit, he's continuing yung kanyang comment earlier, rooting for Binibini 26, Phoebe Godinez of Lapu-Lapu City, and Binibini 40 is pretty too. Pag-usapan natin mamaya si Phoebe kasi I think I'm not much of a fan of the straight hair. Bumagay yung tingin ko ang mas bagay kay Phoebe is the bouncy curls. And speaking of hair, if you noticed yung mga girls in Binibining Pilipinas this year, they have really bouncy hair, despite the fact na some of them had really long na hair extensions at halata yung hair extensions ng mga girls. The difference is that when they walk, the hair is fluttering in the air, it's bouncing, the curls are really dynamic in their own movement. Kaya feeling mo may electric fan na nakatutok doon sa stage, but there's none actually. The hair movement that you see on stage, there's no electric fan that's fanning the girls. It's just really their own hair that's doing that. So kudos to the hairstylists. I'm really very I'm really very impressed with the way that hindi mukhang semento yung mga buhok ng mga girls na hindi gumagalaw. So I'm really I'm really impressed by that. Gerard Asigurado says, good evening, Sir Jason. Have you watched the live presentation today? Of course! I was invited. I was actually able to get a very nice na, what do you call this? Very nice na na seat. It's near the press box ng official na photographer. Actually, katabi ko yung official na photographer. I'm a little bit skewed to the right side of the stage. Mas maganda sana kung nandun ako sa left side. But kasi nung pumapasok na kami, punuan na dun sa side na yon. So, hindi na ako nakakuha ng magandang spot there. So, I had to transfer doon sa mas maluwag na area. And I was glad that I did that kasi I was able to get, really nice na angles nung pasarela nung press presentation. Okay, then we have Julius Eves Bakagay. Sabi niya, Sir Jason, first time live here. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy our topics of discussion here because we try to elevate, the discourse when it comes to pageantry and a little bit on fashion. Okay, sabi ni Ben Hernandez, oo nga, this is the era of hair extensions. O, di ba? If hindi kayo familiar with how the hair extensions work, or hindi kayo familiar doon sa texture ng hair extensions, if it's synthetic, mapapansin mo yon. If it's what do you call this? If it's made out of real human hair, mas maganda yung blending niya. However, may mga hair extensions na nakikita mong a little bit maybe 1 or 2 shade darker yung hair extension on some of the girls, that when ilawan, mas nakikita yung difference nung kanilang nung natural hair nila versus the hair extensions. Okay, sandali lang, nasaan na yung mga mga comments natin. Maria Tagulao says, Vera and Trisha for the crown. Grabe, ang laki ng sorry, let me just kalikutin ko lang na naman tong wifi natin at nagluloko na naman siya. As I was saying, laki ng ipinayat ni Trisha. So for those that are bashing her for being a little bit heavyset during the swimsuit fashion show at the Lagoon, that was, I think, last week ng Tuesday, sana naman medyo hinay-hinay kayo doon sa body shaming because Trisha is doing her best in terms of yung fitness and wellness and health. I think not a lot of you guys are familiar with how the female body is. There are some females that because of genetics or because of hormones, they tend to cling, their bodies tend to cling with the body fat. And I think we need to stop exercising yung self-proclaimed right natin to comment on somebody else's body. We can always try to be nice and kind when we try to give feedback. But we also need to stop being too harsh in our criticism dahil importante na maisip din natin na yung pinipintasan natin are not just girls but are human beings. These are not just pageant girls na kayang indahin lahat ng mga criticisms. Sometimes there are instances where they feel human as well, na nasasaktan sila. So I do hope na na medyo hinay-hinay tayo doon sa mga ganitong aspeto ng tawag nito. It's okay to give criticism, but back it up with constructive criticism that will help them improve their situation. Because I think I think the situation here with Trisha is that her genetics probably has something to do with yung retention niya ng fat on the lower part of her body. However, if you look at yung upper part ng katawan ni Trisha, mas payat siyang tignan. So, I think the stress napupunta sa hips and sa thighs ni Trisha. So, I do hope na maging mas aware tayo na ang sinasabi natin nakakaapekto din sa mga girls. Okay, Gerard Asigurado says, my perks, sana hindi muna humanash si Nico Loco about the issue calling out Vice and it's showtime kagabi, lalo may hosting pala siya ng BBP Today. Kapag ganun, you have to protect your image. Honestly, I didn't notice or didn't know about the issue with Nico Loco and Vice Ganda. And Nico calling Vice Ganda that if your humor is about degrading somebody else's appearance, then you're not a comedian, but you're a bully. So I think whatever the issue there that there is, I think Nico has a valid point in his criticism. Hindi ko pwedeng tanggalin yun sa kanya because I think his point is valid. I think for most Filipinos, we are accustomed with mean humor. And this humor is ingrained in society because we are very much our palette for humor is more on the slapstick kind of humor. And for Nico Loco, who grew up, I believe, in Canada, in the Western world, there is humor that is more cerebral in nature, that's more intellectual in nature, that you deliver a punchline not by disparaging somebody else's appearance, but rather finding humor in a situation and delivering a punchline there. So, nakikita ko kung saan nanggagaling din si Nico. Nakikita ko rin kung saan nanggagaling yung humor ni Vice Ganda. So, I do hope na whatever the issue between them, it stays within them. Okay? Okay. Wait, heto na. Ang dami ng mga comments. Let me just scroll back kasi ang dami ng nag-comments and hindi ko na mahanap yung mga comments ng iba. Wait. Hala, nasaan na tayo nag-stop? Okay, let me just, let me just scroll back. Ayan. Okay, sabi ni Den, hindi na siguro kukuha ng ibang franchise ang Binibining Pilipinas. Nag-realign na talaga sila sa Miss International brand. And that is exactly what I'm thinking because they have invited Miss International Andrea Rubio from Venezuela to come and join the finals on July 7. In-announce na nila kung saan, kailan, at sino yung mga hosts, sino yung mga invited guests, and sino yung mga invited na mga entertainers. So, I think a lot of pasabog really happened today when it comes to Binibining Pilipinas. I think na bulabog ang pageant fandom. A lot of us were actually not expecting a lot of these pasabogs, these revelations, and I think we're all flabbergasted because of it. Okay, Ben Hernandez is saying that the Binibinis are always leveling up. Expect no less from BPC. I agree. A lot of the girls really have improved in terms of styling. One of the girls that I want to give a shout out in terms of styling is Corinne San Pedro, because there was this one time, well, actually, not just one time. There is a lot of instances where hindi ko ma-distinguish si Corinne because of the makeup between Corinne and Tracy Sunyo. And there was this one time right after the Binibining Pilipinas fashion show at the Lagoon that natawag kong Tracy itong si Corinne, and she corrected me. Thankfully, she did that because now mas inoobserbahan ko yung mukha ng mga girls so that I don't make the mistake. There is also the similarity between Trisha Hernandez and Althea Abanico, na halos magkapareho sila ng shape ng mukha, ng facial features. And then there's also Gracel Distura and Jade Dingson na halos magkasunod sila. I think maybe just 1 or 2 numbers in between them. na kapag naka-smoky eye makeup sila, they kind of blend together in terms of yung kanilang mga facial features. And this is why, I'm thinking na ang dami sigurong magkakapatid, magpipinsan sa batch na ito dahil ang daming magkakamuka. Even if yung isa galing Laguna, yung isa galing Batangas, yung isa galing Quezon City, yung isa galing Taguig, and I'm kind of a little bit having difficulty with their names because of their facial similarities. But thankfully, some of the girls like Corinne, as I mentioned earlier, really did something about her hair, about her makeup na ngayon, mas lumilitaw yung mga natural features niya. I didn't notice that Corinne actually has very high cheekbones. So, whoever did her makeup, whoever did her hair in the press presentation the evening, good job for, for the work that you've done kasi napalitan mo yung mga magagandang facial features ni Corinne in the press presentation. Okay, then we have comments from Gerard Asigurado. Sabi niya, so happy to see redemption in BBP. Pasok na pasok sa 60th anniversary. I don't think redemption is the right word. I think it's just that they leveled up. They exceeded expectation. They never let down the pageant fandom when it comes to their production. Even last year, kung ikumpara mo yung finale ng Binibining Pilipinas last year to perhaps, let's say, Miss Universe Philippines, di hamak na ang layo ng agwat ng Binibining Pilipinas when it comes to their production values and their staging of the pageant last year. I am now a little bit more excited with July 7 na finals ng Binibining Pilipinas, and since mahilig din naman magkumpara ang mga pageant fans between MUPH and BBP, then magkakaalaman on July 7th. Okay, going back to Gerard's comment, imagine kung ganito ka-glossy nung 2019 and 2016 kung meron tayong reigning queens na magpapass ng crowns from MU, grabe. Julius Ives Bakagay says, hi Jason, Sir Jason, first time live viewer here. Welcome to the channel. Ben Hernandez, I think nabasa ko na itong comment na ito. Going back to the continuation nung comment ni Gerard Asigurado, sabi niya, minor nitpick on the production, the cameraman that is following the girls from the stage. It's kind of amateur to me, bringing back the old BBP camera coverage back in the year. Overall pasabog. I cannot comment on that because I'm seeing it live. I haven't seen yet yung yung live stream ng BBP press presentation. Vanessa Dancel says, hi po. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome to the channel. Kumusta? I do hope na you're in a cool, dry place right now. Okay, nasaan ba tayo? Okay, another comment from Gerard. May I ask if the LED backdrop is see-through as projected in the screen with the girls behind, or it was recorded, the girls behind the BBP LED 60th year? Pag-usapan natin yan mamaya because lahat kami napawaw, nagulat doon sa backdrop that suddenly it became transparent and makikita mo yung mga girls na na nandoon sa stage behind the LED transparent curtain. And every time na may magpapasarela doon sa stage, yung mga girls doon sa taas, isa-isa sila bumababa to fill in yung lineup at the bottom. So, yun ang kagandahan nung backdrop na semi-transparent. Hanggang ubos na sila sa taas and all the girls now are lined at the bottom tier of the see-through na backdrop. And then saka sila unting-unting lumalabas from the left side and the right side of the stage. Vanessa Dancel, grabe ang press presentation sa 2024. Classic black swimsuit, ang lakas ni na Vien, ni na Sam, and Abra. Abra's name is actually Myrna. Myrna Esguerra. Okay, so remember that name. Okay, let's continue with the comments. Ang ganda talaga ng new crowns nila kay Manny Halasan. Tapos yung prices level up din pala. May tanong lang po sa management contract nila sa BBP. Good for 1 year din po ba ni ito? I have no clue if how long is their contract, but the last time that I've checked several years back is I think their contract is around 18 months. Okay, face card si Baguio, I agree, Marikit really has that Marian Rivera na look, na face. So, ang ganda at ang liit ng mukha niya. So, kung hindi siya maging successful as a beauty queen, pwede siyang maging artista, she can be an actress, because that face would be good for soap operas. And also, she looks like she can pull off like any beauty product na endorsement. Okay, where were we sa mga comments? Ang dami ng comments, and hindi ko pa nauumpisahan yung mga gusto kong sabihin. Okay, where are we? Regarding pala kay Manny Halasan, Vanessa, Sir Manny was not there during the press presentation kasi may sakit siya. So, Sir Manny, kung nanonood ka, pagaling ka, hope to see you in the National Costume Show next week ng Tuesday. I hope na you're feeling much better over the weekend, so magpahinga kang mabuti. Okay, Rodwin Fiel says face card si Baguio. Shaira Rona is because for me, I think it works for her on stage. Wait, Dansam. Okay. Kaya nagka-clamor daw talaga ang mga tao sa new titles, new franchises, new Kemarot kasi sa kalibre ng candidates. Maraming nasasayang. Top 10 lang sana, tapos mag-cut para sampalan talaga. Wag naman top 10 lang, Dansom, kasi ang sakit din sa ang sakit din sa mga girls yun na 40 sila tapos you're just gonna cut it down immediately to a top 10, maybe a top 15. I think that would be more than democratic to have a top 15 at Binibining Pilipinas this year. I'm gonna campaign if I need to, just so that Binibining Pilipinas would have a top 10, top 15, sorry, top 15 this year, because I think that the girls who really worked hard for it would really deserve a spot in the semis. Okay. CC, ano pa po ba mga activities? Wala na talent competition, buti naman fast-paced na ang pre-pageant. I cannot say for sure kung magkakaroon ng gala. I've heard something about that, but I cannot confirm. So, just put it in the chismis territory for now. There will be a national costume show, there will be a parade, and then may isang event that is not candidate related. Hindi ko muna sasabihin kung ano 'yon. But hintayin niyo na lang yung mga taong ito, hintayin niyo na lang yung mga further official announcements from Binibining Pilipinas, because mas gusto ko na sa kanila manggaling kaysa yung manchichi ako tapos may mga changes pa lang nangyari. So, I don't want to spoil it for you. But I was really very glad when last year or earlier this year, nachichi ko na tawag ito na there's a possibility na aakyat ng 1 million yung cash prizes ng Binibining Pilipinas at nagkatotoo. So, yung mga ganun, pwede ko pa sigurong ichichi. Pero yung mga tawag ito, mga schedules ng mga girls, ano yung mga next na pupuntahan nila, I don't want na tawag ito na dumugin sila in some of their pre-pageant activities that is related to mga sponsor visits and all, dahil of course security din ng mga girls. Nasaan na ba tayo? Ang bilis gumalaw tawag ito, nung mga comments dito sa comment section. CC, with regards to talent competition, what I heard is parang walang talent competition this year. Binibining International says, I just want to commend the Binibining suggestion. They all improved from the swimsuit fashion show to press presentation. I agree. Dark horses are emerging. Tracy Sunyo, Marikit Manaois. And marami pa silang mga marami pang ibang mga girls that were really impressive. And I will do that. Unahin ko lang muna tong mga comment section, okay? Ito na to mga tawag ito, mga acronym. Ang hirap niyang bigkasin. Okay. SLMCQCIR says, Sir Jason, yung issue kasi kay Nico Loco, na-call out siya dun as aminadong cheater. Context lang, baka kasi naisip mo yung humor lang device. Hehehe, yung show theme kasi was excess. And yung issue niya, whatever the issue with regards to Nico and his past and his relationship, I think it's also still a valid argument that mean humor can be attributed as bullying. So, ingat lang tayo doon. That's all I'm saying. Especially kung yun ang kabuhayan mo, di ba? Rebo Tobias, nag-improve sa stage ang BBP. Newsflash, BBP has better stage in most years than other national pageants. Okay? Wag tayong nalilito. Okay? Binibining International continues to say, I love the face of Carmela Quaresma. No, I think it's Quaresma. Napakaganda. Also, frontrunners are solidifying their current position. Trisha, Phoebe, Roella, Vera, Myrna, and Shaira. Babasagin ko yung listahan mo mamaya kasi ang daming nag-reveal ng tao nito. Nag-reveal na possible winners doon sa press presentation from my vantage point. Probably you're seeing it via the lens of the camera, but maybe because I was there live, iba yung vibes ng mga girls during the press presentation, and maybe some of them did not translate well on camera. So, we will talk about that later on. Iisa-isahin natin as much as possible yung mga girls. Will there be prelims na scored ang girls? That's now how it works with Binibining Pilipinas. Kapag nandyan ang mga nyora, ang mga abanico girls ni Madam at ang mga ex-secom, expect that they are being evaluated by these people. So, ayun. Every year naman nagle-level up ang BBP. Sarado lang talagang utak ng ibang pageant fans according to CC. So, I kinda agree. Going back to the comment ni BB International with their intro, OBB kanina, sir, presenting the past queens who are related to each other. I was waiting for Samantha Panlilio and Myrna Panlilio. Wala ba si Samantha and Myrna Panlilio? Doon sa I have to double check. Kasi baka nasa unahan sila. Hindi ko lang siguro napansin. I only started paying attention nung nabanggit na yung nanay ni Charlene and si Charlene Gonzalez, si Melanie Marquez and Winwin Marquez. Doon ko pa lang napagtuunan ng pansin na itong mga ladies na itong mga past winners na to, na parang minamana yung mga titles and yung mga pagiging beauty queen. Okay, continuing, Binibining International continues with their Dia Ali swimsuit. Reminds me of BBP's 2016 swimsuit shoot, but it's on a color white. Sir, how about the runners-up will have a crown as well, or they will use the same crown? I'm not sure on that, but I will be asking later on doon sa mga tao sa Binibining Pilipinas just to confirm. From what I know is that may mga tiaras na tawag ito na allegedly, okay, I'm gonna put it as a rumor, a chichi territory na na thing. Allegedly, there are some tiaras that Sermani created, allegedly, for the runners-up, and I'm still gonna check kung tama ba yung chichi na yon from a source. Okay, so hindi siya insider na source, kaya I'm kinda a little bit apprehensive kung how true this chichi is. Okay, nasaan na ba tayo? Gerard Asigurado, wow, see-through or transparent na LED backdrop. How in the world? It's my first time to see that technological advancement in a local setting. BBP is now innovating. Kudos to the innovators and the engineers. I think, Gerard, we need to shout out to Direct Jomel and the entire ICA events production for this very glossy, very groundbreaking na stage. If you remember in 2022, during the batch ni Gabi, it's also the same production, ICA events, that did the LED na floor, wherein habang rumarampa yung mga girls, the swimsuit portraits of the binibinis were being flashed on the floor. So, contrary to common belief, it's not NUPH who started putting LED screens on the floor of their stage, but it's actually Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation in 2022. Last year, the ICA Productions, through the leadership of Direct Jomel, created like, 8 or 9 meter tall na mga LED screens on stage with the swirling, swirling mga stage center or circle stage doon sa finals last year. So when it comes to production talaga, super nakakabilib yung team ng ICA Productions. Binibining International, I am not sure if they're gonna retire the old crowns. I am going to check on it later kasi baka they will only allow the new crowns to be worn by the new set of queens. So on my end, I think that come send off ni Angelica, baka ang ipagamit sa kanya is yung old na crown. With regards naman to Road to the Crown, I haven't heard anything yet with regards to that. So ayoko munang magsalita ng patapos. Nasaan na ba yun? Yung isang event ba, sir, na di candidate related is Binibini Reunion. Same with Binibini 2013 Reunion ng Past Queen sa Araneta Mansion. I think so. But again, hindi ko ma-confirm kasi chismis pa lang siya hanggang ngayon. Wala pang gustong mag-splook. So maybe. But right now, there is an event na for sure hindi involved ang mga candidates. At least one. May isa. Okay? Hindi ko pa munang pwedeng i-confirm or i-deny itong or i-splook itong chichi na to. Hintayin natin na sila ang magsabi. Nasaan na naman yung mga comments? Okay, Danson says, may not cost pa, baka may pasabog pa. Kung kanina pinasabugan tayo ng pinasabugan, baka sumabog na talaga tayo sa mga pasabog sa not cost. First main ganap pa lang nila ito. What I've heard from the chismis from mga kapwa ko pageant media was that the Binibining Pilipinas candidates this year allegedly were instructed not to do large na mga cosplay na mga costumes. So I don't know how would that look like. Kung ano yung magiging itsura nun. Kung hindi pwede yung mga stage float na mga costumes. So hintayin natin how will that pan out on Tuesday. Who knows, baka mamaya, magkaroon ulit tayo ng tikbalang levels na Graciela Lehman na national costume in Binibining Pilipinas later this, next week pala, this Tuesday. Okay. Travel Junkie, hello, Travel Junkie. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to our live stream. Sabi niya, hello Sir Jason, present po. Yan po, buhay na buhay ang Binibini. They gave 1 million sa World Vision, nagtapon ng pera at di naghihikapos. Daming fresh new faces at palaban. Waiting sa list mo, sir. Okay, sige. Let's start with the girls muna. Umpisahan natin yung conversation with Marikit Manawes. There is a reason why they bookended Mestiza and Morena in this year's competition. And Marikit was serving face and Myrna was serving Pasarella. This is, one of the things that I noticed in this year's batch. There are only serving 3. It's either they're serving face, they're serving Pasarella, or they're serving body. With Myrna, she was serving, Pasarella, and she was serving body because she has one of the best proportions aside from Jasmine Bungay when it comes to yung body proportions ng katawan niya. Ang nipis tignan talaga ni Myrna nung yumakap siya sa akin when I went to the stage to get photos of the girls. Grabe she's probably just, I don't know, 1/3 of my entire body weight. Ganon siya kanipis. And she really has a very bamboo-like na grace doon sa kanyang katawan, and she was really giving us performance from her performance at the swimsuit na fashion show at the Gateway Lagoon to the press presentation earlier this afternoon. And then balik tayo kay Marikit, who has arguably one of the smallest faces in the competition. She really was very artista level ganda. Honestly, the photos that you see of her don't do her justice because she looks prettier in person. There is a reason. So now I understand the reason why she was placed doon sa first na number. Now, here's the thing. A lot of the pageant fans are thinking that nilagay si Marikit kasi siya yung pinakamaliit, kaya siya yung nandoon sa tawag ito, dun sa unahan ng list ng 40 candidates. No, that's wrong. Kasi nowadays, starting last year actually, Binibining Pilipinas are putting the girls randomly and are not anymore arranging them by heights. So it doesn't mean that because Marikit is Binibini number 1, that she is the shortest in the roster. Actually, I believe it's Cheryl Velas who is the shortest in the batch this year. But if you look at the performance ni Cheryl Velas, nagseryoso siya. She really gave performance during the press presentation at hindi mo nakitaan ng comedy. And I commend her for that. Now, going back to Marikit, she is arguably one of the girls to watch out for. She has a very distinct na pasarela, and I think hindi pa siya doon sa levels na pwede mo siyang itapat sa mga Latinas when it comes to the pasarela, but definitely her walk is one of those walks na if you compare it with the rest of the candidates, she has more of a refined and finessed na walk that is, I think, within the competitive range ng mga candidates this year. I've mentioned earlier about Corinne San Pedro. She really is very good with the improvements on her styling. Love the shorter hair. Love the love the energy that she did in her presentation. Konting tweak lang on the pasarela because some of her post transitions were a little bit shaky. May mga instances na feeling ko muntik siyang ma-out of balance. Then, Anthea Abanico looks good with, wait lang, tama ba naka-straight hair ba si Anthea Abanico? Kasi I think a lot of the girls that went with straight hair, yeah, Anthea did, what do you call this? Hindi, syempre, hindi kita sa ano ko, ang phone ko, ang screen ng phone ko. Anthea did straight hair, I think bagay sa kanya yon. Then of course, we have Shaira Rona na veterana na when it comes to pageants, and she really delivered when it comes to her presentation in this year's press presentation. Watch out for Nicklin Jutay. Nicklin has a very ang katawan kasi ni Nicklin pahaba din eh. Para siyang chopsticks na hindi natatapos yung haba ng limbs niya, haba ng legs niya. What I think Nicklin needs to needs to do is take care of her skin. I think she is one of the girls na when it comes to yung proportions ng katawan, siya yung isa sa mga titignan mo when it comes to body proportions. So if we're going to look at her, you know, the proportions of her neck, the way that it gracefully, you know, slopes to her shoulders, doon sa kanyang katawan, payat kasi siya tignan. So she can carry a lot of different kinds of clothes. That kind of body is made for modeling clothes at the runway. So I think what Nicklin needs to start focusing on is more on the face, on, you know, making sure that she doesn't have breakouts, na hindi na hindi siya magkaroon ng acne due to stress, because in the next several weeks, sunod-sunod na yung mga events and mga activities nila. And for those, for most pageant fans, you've not seen them in a lot of mga corporate na mga sponsor visits. But since last mid of, I think, May, daily na silang may event. Daily na silang may schedule. The only thing is, a lot of these events are not open to the public. So now I understand why some of them are starting to have breakouts. So at this point in time, alagaan na nila yung kanilang skin, because come Binibining Pilipinas finals night on July 7th, beauty of face is going to factor in the selection of the winners. Christine Baconawa of Quezon City, one of the best faces in this year's competition. She actually was channeling a little bit of Yana Aduana during the press presentation in her pasarela, in her facial features. What do you call this? As I mentioned earlier, Jasmine Dingson and Gracel Distura started to look pretty much alike, kasi para halos pareho yung kanilang styling na naka-ponytail sila earlier this day doon sa kanilang press presentation. So we really need to start working on how to elevate or to be more distinguishable yung styling ninyo, because you have similar facial features, so you need to be careful in terms of styling na hindi kayo maging masyadong magkamukha. Because if nataon na ang mga judges na lito, they might underscore one of those two girls when it comes to their judging later on. Okay, definitely, I think I'll be in hot water to say this, but right now, the face of the competition is definitely Cristal de la Cruz, Citala de la Cruz. She really has that very Megan Young na look, but I am glad that right now she is doing a little bit of tweaking with the way that she styles herself. Maybe it's because of her styling team or whatnot, but she's started to move on away from the Megan Young comparison. Mas nagiging sultry, mas nagiging playful na siya doon sa kanyang pasarela, and it shows that she is starting to utilize her face a little bit more when it comes to to her projection on stage. I think a little bit more, a little bit more finessing a little bit more refining that portion. I think Jean or Crystal rather would be a strong competitor for the Miss International Philippines na title. Definitely, she's one of the girls na hindi natin pinag-uusapan ngayon. But later on, I am sure we are going to be talking about her as a possible contender for the titles. Kim De Luna, sa dami ng mga nag-straight hair in this year's year's press presentation, I was glad na nag-ponytail siya kasi kapag naglugay siya na straight, she might have been drowned away from all of the girls who opted to have straight hair in the Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation. Parang feeling ko, ang peg nilang lahat ngayon sa hair is either Pocahontas or kulot-kulot. So I am glad that there are a lot of girls na who experimented a little bit with their ponytails. So it really gave them a little bit of an advantage na mas napapansin mo yung some of the girls because of that. I think I mentioned it earlier kay Kim that when it comes to her pasarela, she needs more. The Tagalog word is she needs to have a little more pitik in the way that her legs walk on stage. I hindi ko alam kung paano siya i-translate in English, but mas kinakailangan kasi mas may power yung paa niya habang naglalakad. The upper body, walang problema, up to the face. I think it's the legs that really needs to exert a little bit more power in the way that she walks. Of course, nabanggit ko si Cheryl Velez na nag-improve in terms of yung she's taking the competition seriously, and kudos to that. She did perform well. Now, let's go to Roella Solis. I actually, in her IG, I follow her as Roella Frias. So maybe her full name is Roella Frias Solis. So Roella is giving Meiji Cruz, Mutia Datul vibes in the press presentation. She was really very pretty. Their face is giving, face card vibes. It's not gonna be denied. There was a part of the press presentation nung lahat na sila lumalabas on stage. Tapos nakapamaywang lang siya habang naglalakad and was moving her shoulders. That made me think of, shocks, she kinda has this Mutia Datul vibes on her when she walks. So, abangan natin kasi baka mamaya isa siya dun sa mga gumulat sa atin sa, sa sa finals night. Vienne Foich, I'm not sure kung tama yung bigkas ko kasi I've heard it earlier doon sa event kanina, but Vienne corrected me doon sa kanyang second name, which is Shireen. So Vienne Shireen Foich. Vienne is one of the girls that was giving me supermodel vibes. She reminds me of Mary Ann Umali, who was Binibining Pilipinas World during the time of Bianca Manalo. Tama ba? I think that's 2009. Okay, tama ba? Kayo nang bahalang mag double check nung kung anong taon 'yon. But Vienne, I think maganda yung rehistro ng straight hair on her during the swimsuit na competition. During the swimsuits. But there is something about her styling during the swimsuit presentation not swimsuit. There's a swimsuit fashion show sa Lagoon that made me appreciate her a little bit more. Parang mas fresh yung makeup niya. Kaya I think her look there was much better than her look during the press presentation. However, she delivered when it comes to her pasarela kasi ang ganda din nung proportions niya because Vienne has really long legs, really very tawag ito, really very yung alam niyo yung proportions ng katawan na parang in-stretch lang yung legs. Ganun yung itsura ni Vienne. So she looks, if her height is around 5'8", 5'9", she actually looks like she can be 5'10" because, or 5'11" because of the haba ng legs niya. So I think that's one of the reasons why she's one of the girls that is in the top of the list of everybody else. Then let's talk about one of the girls, si Rendel Caraig. I love the straight hair on her. Pumayat siya, in fairness. Kasi the last time that I saw her in the event ng, what do you call this? Yung kanilang dance studio na event, she was still a little bit more busty, a little bit more mas may laman. I love her body then kasi it looks very healthy. But this time around, she looks more toned. So kudos for her for that, for having a more toned na body, I guess. And she really delivered during her Pasarella presentation. Malinis yung kanyang presentation, walang extra na movements because that's one of the things that I was worried about her because during the dance studio na event ng Binibini, I think around last month, masyadong magaslaw pa yung mga movements niya doon sa pagsasayaw. So maybe na-train doon sa pasarela niya to really linisin yung mga unnecessary na movements, and it showed doon sa kanyang pasarela earlier in the press presentation. Lizelle Jones, love the way that her ponytail, she kept that look kasi it keeps on it makes the eyes focus on her face. Ang bentahe ni Lizelle is that she has a really gorgeous face. And I think it was the right decision to always be on a ponytail. My only worry about that is that if she keeps on having her hair in a ponytail, people might think that she's a one-trick pony. So she needs to, every now and then diversify her styling. Okay, punta na tayo kay Jasmine Bungay. Jasmine, for me, I don't know about her, I don't know what's going on around her, but she gives me the huwag kayong magagalit, she's giving me Barbie shoe, the original Sanchai ng Meteor Garden. She's giving me that vibes, but her body is giving me supermodel like Tweety De Leon, Lorena Pangan, and her, the 90s contemporary na mga supermodels ng Pilipinas like Joyce Orenya and oh my God, I'm forgetting one more. There's one more girl na I forgot. Su Yanchi. Ang ganda ng katawan, ng proportions ni Jasmine. Malinis yung kanyang yung kanyang pasarela. Although I need to see her pasarela to have a little bit more presence to it, a little bit more power to it. I think she's one of the girls that could easily steal the crown from any of the frontrunners if hindi mag-iingat ang mga frontrunners sa kanya. Okay? Tracy Sunyo, as I mentioned earlier, one of the girls na kinakailangan nating bantayan. However, she needs to start diversifying the way that she is styled para hindi siya ma-compare kay Corinne San Pedro. Okay, Monica Acuno is one of the girls na inaabangan because she is a pageant veteran from other lesser known na mga competitions. She's actually competed in another pageant. I forgot which pageant. I think it was Miss Fit Philippines. But she really has a very gorgeous face. She really has good styling. And I'm just hoping na tawag ito na she does something a little bit more so that she's currently kasi in the middle of the pack, not at the back, not at the front, but staying safe in the middle. So I need her to do something para mas mapansin pa siya ng mga tao. I love yung kanyang styling during the Binibining Pilipinas Grand Santa Cruzan when she wore that really massive red na dress for the Santa Cruzan. I forgot kung ano yung kanyang epithet na title doon sa Santa Cruzan, but if you go back doon sa mga photos and yung mga videos ng Santa Cruzan, she was really one of those girls na she was giving performance doon sa kanyang doon sa kanyang pasarela doon sa stage ng Grand Santa Cruzan. Okay, we also I forgot kung sino yung candidate na was it Cara Villarosa? Yung I think there is this candidate who is a parang nasa military academy or police academy. I'm gonna check back on that and post something about it later on. But she's one of the girls na tumatak sa utak ko. I'm sorry if I forgot her name. I think it's probably Carmela Quaresma, but pag-uusapan natin siya later on. Okay, Phoebe Godinez, love the performance. Doon mo makikita na Phoebe is actually veterana when it comes to her stage performance, but I think she looks much better with curly hair. Alexis Chuidian, the girl who was deemed the best dancer doon sa ad-lib dance event ng Binibining Pilipinas candidates last month, was also another girl who did well with her pasarela, with her stage with her stage presence during the press presentation. It's not surprising because she's actually a dancer. So, alam niya yung paano igalaw yung kanyang katawan. Zenet Khan is one of those girls na na ang puti-puti, ang porselanan tignan, and I was glad that she did something a little bit and experiment doon sa kanyang stylings for the press presentation. Trisha Martinez, love the straight hair, love the energy doon sa kanyang pasarela, konting tweak pa doon sa transitions ng kanyang mga poses, but I think she did quite well. I think si Carmela Quaresma, si Binibini number 32 talaga yung may may background with the police academy or the military academy. Napansin ko siya, tama, she's from Aurora province. Siya yung representative ng Aurora province. So, siya ngayon. Napansin ko siya because she was giving me Vanessa Williams when she won Miss America. She's giving me that kind of energy with her face. Love the very Filipina na face on her. So I think isa rin siya dun sa mga abangan natin because when she talks about women empowerment, being a female in a male-dominated na industry, I'm sure marami siyang mahuhugot on that. Then let's go to one of the girls na inaabangan ng lahat, which is Vera Dixon. She is indeed one of the girls who performed well in the preliminaries, in the press presentation this year. I think when I mentioned to some of the girls that hindi nyo pa mararamdaman ang competition not until nakarating kayo sa press presentation, and I think a lot of the girls are gonna start sizing each other up because nagpasabog na yung mga girls at the runway ng Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation. Samantha Acosta was giving face the whole time. I mentioned it earlier sa kanya na konting tweak, konting practice pa doon sa transition ng kanyang tawag ito, ng kanyang mga poses earlier doon sa press presentation. But apparently, when I was talking to her mom on Messenger, sabi niya na maga ngayon kasi yung paa ni tawag ito ni Sam. So now I understand why medyo apprehensive yung dating ng kanyang post transitions, because siguro nga her feet were hurting. And the good thing there though is that when it comes doon sa mismong lakad, mismong pasarela ni Sam, walang problema. It's just probably that the post transitions is where she needed to refine it a little bit. But kudos to her na inilakad niya despite having feet that are swollen. Okay, malapit na tayo. One of the girls na napansin ko in the press presentation is actually Geraldine Buenafe. I mentioned to her that she kinda reminds me of Maricar Tolosa, Binibining Pilipinas International 2004. I also forgot na she has this a little bit of resemblance with Melody Gersbach, who was Binibining Pilipinas International in 2010. So, ang ganda nung kanyang mixture na kanyang face, isang morena at isang mestiza na pag siguro nag-combine sila ng DNA, then you get Geraldine Buenafe, Binibini number 38. Another girl na I think was doing quite well when it comes to her photographs is si Binibini number 39, Liz Mabaw. She did quite okay in the press presentation. Mas naaalala ko siya with her Binibining Pilipinas, yung black official t-shirt nila na portraits, yung naka-black t-shirt sila tapos naka-print yung 60 na tawag ito na Binibining Pilipinas logo doon sa kanilang t-shirt, because she really was channeling, fresh and tawag ito unrehearsed or hindi overly produced yung kanyang makeup. I hope na in the future, yung kanyang styling team will be able to adapt a little bit na hindi masyado makapal yung kanyang makeup, because she actually looks prettier with less makeup. Okay? And then of course, nabanggit ko na earlier, Mirna Esguerra, one of the girls to watch out for. Now, if you're going to ask me, sino yung mga girls na ilalagay ko in my list, I'd probably put Binibini number 10, Tala Jean, in my top lists, with Mirna na Binibini 40. I cannot deny Sam Acosta because she has probably one of the faces na pang-pageant talaga, because she kind of reminds me of Maxine Medina. Yung kanyang facial features have some similarities with the facial structure and bone structure ng mukha ni Maxine. So, I'm putting her in my list. I'm also looking at Jasmine Bungay, Binibini number 20 ba o 21 si Jasmine? Let me check. Yeah, it's Binibini number 21, Jasmine Bungay. She really has a very Asian Oriental na look on her. And guys, itong si Jasmine pala, she has already walked for Michael Cinco when she was still based in Dubai, when she was an OFW. So it makes sense na OFW welfare yung kanyang advocacy. Oh my God, sino pa ba yung mga girls na should be in my list? Si Vienne Shireen is also there with alongside with Phoebe Godinez. Oh my God, si Trisha Martinez, simply because of the immense na improvement from her body during the swimsuit na fashion show versus the press presentation. And then, I'd probably be including some of the girls na hindi masyado popular like Rendel Caraig in my list. And oh my God, I forgot Kim De Luna. She should be on the list. And of course, Shaira. Ayun. So far, sila yung mga top of mind ko when it comes to overall na tawag ito na performance during the press presentation. But if kung bubukod-bukurin ko sila, when it comes to face, then definitely it's Marikit, it's Tala, and si Jasmine, as well as si Vera and Vienne. There's something about Vienne's face that makes me, scream Mary Ann Umali. And for me, Mary Ann Umali is one of the girls na sayang. Sana siya yung ipinadala sa Miss Universe during her year. And then, when it comes to body, I have Nicklin Jutay, I have Mirna Esguerra, and of course, Jasmine Bungay as my best picks for body. So, there you have it. Mas democratic yung aking listahan, and I do hope na you agree with these lists because hindi ko pwedeng ikahon lang sila na ang titignan ko lang is yung performance. So, marami-rami akong nilagay doon sa performance na aspect, but I also have included several other additional girls because they gave me face or they gave me body. Okay? There. Let's now talk about the stage because the stage was giving, it was serving, it was slaying. It is probably one of the best pre-pageant stages, bar none, of the Binibining Pilipinas Binibining Pilipinas na pageant. I think the only other press presentation that can rival the press presentation today was the 2022 press presentation na yung kanilang floor is LED screen as well. Love the backdrop reveal. Lahat kami gulat. We were, I was actually flabbergasted because I thought like, wait lang, wala yung mga girls na tawag ito na second tier, walang second level akong nakikita when pagpasok namin doon sa stage. And then apparently yung middle na LED is kaya pa lang niya maging translucent or maging transparent to show the people at the back of the stage. So lahat kami gasp. All of our jaws dropped during the reveal of the girls behind the screens, behind the LED screens. And if you were there at the venue, you can hear us like, maririnig mo yun. I don't know if the phone recording that I had, you can hear that, but lahat kami na press were like flabbergasted when that happened. Thankfully, nakinig sa clamor ang Binibining Pilipinas na pamunuan. Binigyan tayo ng mahabang runway so that we can see, how the girls really perform when it comes to their pasarela. Overall, the girls, I think that the pasarela is still, a work in progress. They're not yet as refined as I would like to in terms of kapag titignan mo siya on an international na level. But I think in the next several weeks, unti-unti nilang tatagain yung mga girls ng mga camps and ng kanilang mga handlers to really nail in the performance aspect of the competition. So I do hope na nayanig talaga yung mga camps and yung mga mentors and handlers nila when Angelica outperformed everybody else in the competition last year. Okay? Let's talk about the new crowns. Okay? Dire-diretsuhin na natin to mga kapatid. Okay? The new crowns is made from sustainably sourced ulit. The new crowns were sourced using or rather was created using white gold with diamonds that are sustainably sourced. So hindi siya yung blood diamonds ha. And these are the reason why earlier in the press presentation, may mga names na isiningit doon sa spiel ng mga host that Manny Halasan would like to thank several names because they helped him to source mga diamonds na sustainably sourced. Okay? Hindi ito mga blood diamonds na conflict na mga diamonds. Okay? According to an insider, I'm not gonna say who, there will be a secondary set of crowns. These are going to be replicas of the crowns that you've seen Binibining Pilipinas reveal on their social media na tawag ito na gagamitin for mga daily na mga events. Kasi guys, hindi pa ayaw pang i-reveal yung magkano yung mga crowns, but nasa milyones siya. And during the event, nakaka-glass case siya, and sa tabi ng glass case is a security. So bawat crown, those two crowns have one security each na kapag nagkamali ka ng galaw, itatabi ka niya away from the crown. So when I was getting some video footage ng crown, nagpaalam muna ako, nalalapitan ko yung crown. I'm gonna take videos, photos of it for content. And the good thing is, very mapagbigay naman yung mga gwardiya, yung mga yung mga security, because I think they know that media needs to get footage of those. So I am glad that everyone in the media were able to get video footage of the crown. And guys, makinang yung crown. Here's the thing. The Binibining Pilipinas Globe crown is a little bit more, I don't want to say loose, but a little bit more airy in terms of its design. Mas marami siyang mga negative space in terms of its overall na designs. With the Binibining Philippines International na crown, mas mukha siyang compact. Mas mukha siyang hefty. And I think if we're going to weigh in yung mga crowns na yon, tingin ko di hamak na mas mabigat yung yung Binibining Pilipinas International na crown, because it is slightly bigger, more heftier, parang mas masinsin yung white gold and yung mga diamonds na nilagay doon sa crown na yon. Kaya I would expect that the crown would probably need a security of its own whenever it is being used in public. This is also the reason why it makes sense that Binibining Pilipinas would commission Sir Manny to have a secondary set of crowns, so that the secondary set of crowns are replicas that can be used daily on a regular basis. Kasi syempre, kapag meron kang milyones na worth na crown, hindi mo pwede siyang tanggalin from the vault, hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin na lang kung saan-saan. There needs to have security involved because I would assume there would be a huge amount of insurance involved dito sa mga crowns na to, at hindi pwedeng may mga bato na nalalaglag dahil yung mga bato na nandun is lahat sila diamante. They are all diamonds, and I haven't seen or I haven't gotten more details with regards to the carats of the total carats of the entire crown, kung gaano karami yung mga bato na ginamit and etc. So once that I am able to to get more information on that, I would definitely give you the details. Okay, let's talk about the cash prize. The cash prize, 1 million each for the winner ng Binibining Pilipinas Globe and International. When I heard last year that there is a possibility na ang prizes nila for this year is either may pakotse or aabot ng 1 milyon, nag-chichika ako kaagad. Nilagay ko kaagad siya sa Chismis territory and I made it available to you guys. Now I am very glad, very happy that it actually materialized. That this year, the Binibining Pilipinas runners-up are going to have an increased prize winning from 200 wait, tama ba? 200, around 200,000 200,000 pesos to almost 500,000 kasi nasa 400,000 yung kanilang cash prize this time around, and the Binibining Pilipinas main crown winners are going to have a million each. Initially, I thought na baka yung Binibining Pilipinas International lang yung bibigyan nila ng 1 million, but you know, I'm very happy that each pala yung 1 million, hindi yung Binibining Pilipinas International lang. So, great job, Binibini. Ipinakita nyo na may pera kayo. You flexed that you are financially stable, because you cannot be a dying brand or a dying pageant if you have a glossy stage, you have multiple mga events, and you have an increase of your prize winnings for your winners kung naghihiyakos yung pageant. This shows that perhaps the rumors that they spent 8 million in the budget for the pageant, for the 3-month pageant last year, pwedeng nagdoble or nag-increase yung expenditure and yung budget nila this time around. So, good job on that. Then, let's talk about yung mga announcements. Okay? So, let's just recap. Si Nico and the Binibining Pilipinas Queens mentioned that the hosts for the finals are going to be MJ Lastimosa, Catriona Gray, Nicole Cordoves, and Miss International 2016, Kylie Versosa. I'm very glad that she's going to be part of the hosting hosting team ng Binibining Pilipinas, because I've hoped for a long time na, because Binibining Pilipinas main crown is the Miss International, na sana may Miss International or may MI representation din sa pageant. Thankfully that Andrea Rubio of Venezuela is going to be a special guest for this year's pageant. Hindi ko pa alam kung dadalhin niya yung actual na crown, Miss International crown, or replica ang dadalhin niya. When Jasmine Salber came here, she's actually wearing the Long Beach Pearl na crown. So I'm hoping na sana payagan ng Miss International organization na dalhin din niya dito sa Pilipinas yung Long Beach Pearl. Okay? Then for the entertainment for Binibining Pilipinas, it's a mixture of new blood and old OPM greats. We have Martin Rivera and Gary Valenciano in attendance to perform, and of course the king of Filipino of P-pop music, or the Kings, because marami sila, SB19. So we're really glad to see them come back and perform for the Binibining Pilipinas 60th anniversary edition. So there, let's now go back to the polls. Let's see what's going on. Ano nang yung mga kinalabasan. Okay, so for those who are new na kakarating lang, I've asked in the poll what do you think is the highlight of the Binibining Pilipinas Press Presentation. And currently, 42% says 1 million peso na cash prize yung highlight. There's 26% who says it's the stage and the production. So kudos to Aika Productions for that. 19% was saying it's the new crown reveal, and 12% it says that it's the candidates this year. Okay. Sorry about that. Nasaan na tayo? Dun sa mga comments. Let's now move on to the comments. Okay. Nasaan na ang comments natin? Wait lang. At ayaw gumalaw nung mga comments. Hindi ko na matandaan kung kanina tayo nag-end. Okay. Tama ba? We ended up dun sa comment ni Vanessa. If in case na naulit, pasensya na. Saan ba yun? Wait lang. Okay. I think we ended up with we ended up with Travel Junkie. Tapos now ang next na comment is from Gerard Asigurado. Okay, sabi ni Gerard, thoughts about the sash na inipit sa Dia Alice swimsuit. Hindi nakaka-powerhouse yung mga lukot sa gilid. They could have done it better. Sana innovation na lang sa swims kung yun ang plan. Okay, Gerard, the sash na nakaipit doon sa swimsuit, it's actually harkening back doon sa paano maglagay ng sash sa mga swimsuits at Binibining Pilipinas at Miss Universe in the 1980s. I think it started in the 1970s that went through in the 1980s until the early 90s. So it was harkening back to that era ng pageantry where ang mga swimsuits, in order for it na hindi nakalaylay sa shoulder ng mga girls, is iniipit doon sa may chest, side chest na area at doon sa may singit na area. So that was the rationale behind that. And the reason they did that, it's because kapag nakalaylay yung swimsuit sa shoulder, hindi mo makitaan ng form and figure yung mga girls. And that is the reason why nakaipit siya doon sa swimsuit, so that makita mo yung hubog ng katawan ng mga candidates. So that is the reason why it was done that way. It was harkening back to a vintage 1970s, 1980s na era. And if you also notice, they were all wearing black swimsuits, and they were all wearing one-piece swimsuits for the press presentation. And that is because it was harkening to the 1970s, 1980s na era and early 90s na era, because our Filipina candidates started only to wear two-piece swimsuits in what do you call this? In competitions, international competitions, especially in Miss Universe, during the time of Nina Ricci Alagao. So, if you look back at the swimsuits na Miriam Kiambao, Nina Charlene Gonzalez, Nina Aileen Damiles, and all of the girls from the 90s to the 80s, makikitaan mo na lahat sila naka one piece. So the cut of the swimsuit is harkening back to the vintage na era, as well as the styling of the sash. Okay? Sabi ni Cici, ay ka-production dati sa pre-pageant at sina Miss Chit Ramos naman sa finals. Pero dahil sa nangyari ng 2022 na coronation, pinalitan sila Miss Chit last year. Ay ka na ang kinuha sa coronation. Yes. Up until 2022, sina Chit Ramos, yung in charge sa production. But starting last year, ay ka na yung production company that handled from the pre-pageant activities up until the finals. Ping is asking, Sir Jason, may nabasa ko sa isang prominent pageant page na may magbabalik daw na pageant under BBP baka next year na due to mishandling. Ayoko muna magsalita. Naririnig ko na rin yung kung anong pageant yon, kung Basta ayoko magsalita. Diyos ko, Ping, mapapahamak ako sa ginagawa nating ito, okay? Basta ayoko magsalita. There is supposed to be one pageant that's supposed to come back this year, pero hindi nangyari. And let's just wait and see kung tutuloy sila next year. Honestly, on my opinion, parang ayoko na. Pero, then again, hindi ba ako sa additional titles for Binibining Pilipinas, di ba? Hindi ako pwedeng maging maarte. Okay? Where were we? Rebo Tobias says, sa tingin niyo po, Sir Jessen, invited o dadalo po ba mga past queens na nag-MUPH like Atisa, Christy, Chris Hanson, Stacy, or even Shamsi? Here's the thing. Nung nag-MUPH si Michelle Gubambao, several years after that, bumalik siya ng Binibining Pilipinas as one of the invited na mga guests and former Binibining Pilipinas queens. Hindi po ugali ng Binibining Pilipinas to take it against the girls if they compete again for other pageant systems. Kasi ang motto nila, once a Binibini, always a Binibini. Okay? I think that's it on our comment section, unless, sandali lang ha, let me just refresh yung ano natin, yung ating comment na section, kasi parang feeling ko nag-cut off somewhere yung comment section. Ayan, dumami na. Hala. Guys, 1 hour and 30 minutes na tayo nag-uusap, so medyo kinakabahan ako sa haba ng ating usapan. Okay? Oh, shit! Ang dami nga! Ano ba yan? There's something wrong with the internet or in my phone or laptop na hindi nag-automatic refresh yung mga comments. So, apologies for that. Balik tayo kay tawag ito, sa comments. Dansom says, walang nakalagay na may live for NatCos. Sana meron. If that is the case, then baka payagan ang mga press and media people to do their own live streams. That is naman the trade-off. Kung meron silang official na live stream, ang gagawin ng media is we're just gonna share their live stream. Kung wala silang live stream, then it means that kanya-kanyang media pwedeng magkanya-kanyang live stream for the Binibining Pilipinas event. So, kung wala silang live stream, then that's good for us. We can do the live stream for you guys, the media people. Okay? Winston Francisco says, Sir, pa-attendance po. Hello, good evening, Winston. Medyo mahaba-haba na yung pinag-usapan natin. So, if you missed something, team replay ka na lang ulit mamaya. Okay? But, honestly, ang daming, sa dami ng kinakailangan natin pag-usapan, parang feeling ko aabot tayo ng 2 oras. Rebo Tobias is asking kung how about Pia, dadalo kaya siya? I am not sure, but I think because it's the 60th anniversary, baka mangyari ulit yung nangyari nung 50th anniversary ng Binibining Pilipinas nung 2014. So, I don't know. I'm hoping na na past queens ng Binibining Pilipinas, lahat sila magsidalo. Even if some of them have seemingly had loyalties on the new pageant franchise. Okay? Vanessa Dancel, saan mo nakita, Ping, na merong babalik sa loob na meron babalik loob sa BBP? Bahala na kayo mag-uusap, Dancel at Ping. Okay? Sabi ni Dancel, Ping, daming na mishandled na franchise. Alin doon? Ha 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 ha. Okay, sabi ni Rebo, ayan, alis-alis pa kasi sa BBP, mga ibang pageants, dyan like Supra, Intercon, sayang naman. Okay, Mark Gonzalez is confirming that si Mary Ann Umali was Binibining Pilipinas World in 2009. Spilok mo daw, Ping, kung ano yung franchise na yon, sabi ni Vanessa. Okay. Nasaan na ba tayo? Okay, sabi ni Ping, may nag-comment sa page ng The Philippine Pageantry na 2 crowns na lang ang natira, question mark. Nag-reply na may babalik na titles due to mishandling of franchises, pero di sinabi ano at kailan. May screenshot daw siya. Okay? Ribo Tobias, maybe Intercon or Supra babalik sa BBP next year kung totoo man yan. So, sabi ni Ping, walang specific na sinabi. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that to you guys. I'm jumping now to the comment ni Binibini International. Sabi niya, it's Kimber De Luna who is an Air Force reservist. No, Binibini, it's actually si Quaresma, anong pangalan ni Binibini Quaresma? Carmela Quaresma na I was saying na tawag nito na women empowerment yung what do you call this, yung kanyang advocacy, but is in a male dominated na field. I'm not sure kung sa police academy siya or sa tawag ito sa military academy siya. Okay? Okay, parang pinagpapawisan na ako. Maybe it's all the stress finally coming in. Okay, sabi ni Kay Abra is from Angeles City. She joined Mutya ng Angeles twice noong 2018 at 2022. Then joined Miss Abra 2023 and that's where she won. Sabi ni Pierre, Abra is beautiful. Pageant Fan NYC says, grabe, bongga ng production, love it. Okay, Binibini International said BBP should invite Chelsea Manalo na. They should have crown balancing training. Guys, it's already like an hour and 45 minutes since we started our live stream. I'm starting to not feeling well. May tawag nito, parang I'm having an acid reflux. So let's wrap it up na yung tawag nito, itong ating usapan. Pasensya na dun sa mga hindi ko nabanggit yung mga comments, but I'm starting to feel like the acid is trying to get up, umaakyat yung acid reflux. So I'm really sorry for this, to cut this short. So thank you very much guys for Thank you very much guys for sticking with me in this very long day. I started the day with a class from 8 to 11 and then I had to be at Araneta by at New Frontier Theater at around 11:30. Ang tagal nung start nung press presentation, and then I had to create content and post it on social media and then our live stream. So thank you very much guys for bearing with me kahit na I'm cutting the live stream short. I do hope na maulit natin ito in the next several days, and see you again soon. So sorry. Ingat po tayong lahat, and have a great weekend ahead. Okay? Thank you very much, and I hope na mas maganda na ang pakiramdam ko next time na next time na magkita-kita tayo. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a great evening and see you again soon. Bye everyone.